Alright guys, we are down at the race car shop at JP Auto, and we got a couple things for the Vega. Well, I got one thing, and it is something we've needed to do for a long time. It's going to be a huge upgrade, and it is these Viking double adjustable 19-way rear shocks. So the car has really old QA1 single adjustable shocks on them. If you've watched the old videos, you see that the car is kind of temperamental when it's going down the track. Sometimes it's really smooth, sometimes it bounces all the way down the track. And we've tweaked and made it as good as we can, but I think that we've just reached the limit of those old shocks. They need rebuilt, they're old. So I'm gonna pull these old QA1s off here. I'll show you guys. They probably need revalved. There's not much left in them. So really excited to get these on here, and let's get started. All right, so the way I've been doing this is I got my jack under the rear end here, and I got it in a neutral position where I can get the stress off the bolts. And instead of taking the wheels all the way off, well, I did this last time, I just loosened the lug nuts up and pushed the tire over and then get my bolt out.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Captain's log, I put the fuel filter right in the way when we redid the fuel system on this. And in addition to that, I've just been turning on the world's longest bolt. And basically I'm gonna die of old age under this car before this nut reaches the end of this bolt. For Pete's sake, how long is this?
20 minutes later.
More good news. I've been in the gym lately. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not trying to brag. I'm not saying that as a brag, but I have been in the gym, and I've been working my abs just about every day, you know, because you can get away with that. And the good news is, the way I'm laying and the height of this off the ground, I just have to engage my core to reach up here and reach this. So I'm very sore and my abs hurt. That's what I was getting at. And I'm really getting frustrated because it's the world's longest bolt.
One eternity later.
Sweet Lord, finally. Well, apparently there were no washers in that one. That's interesting. All right, got this thing out. I'm gonna take it apart and maybe compare it to the Viking. And actually looks like there's some pitting on here, maybe that's grease. But we'll take a look at it, compare the two. All right, I got my old shocks out. This is what we're working with. Like I said, QA1, single adjustable. These babies have some age to them. There's a little spot on the pin right there where it looks like it had started to pit. And when I had these shocks out before, I cleaned up on them a little bit, and I remember that little spot. And I just touched it up a little bit. And these have worked pretty good for me, but pretty excited to switch to these. So I've never claimed to be a professional. JP teaches me as I go here, but I'm going to extend this out and try to get my ride height marked on here so I can get it pretty close. That way I'm not guessing at my ride height, because I'm on night shift, and when I wake up early on night shift, my brain doesn't work per se. So I forgot to measure my ride height at the fender. So we're gonna be kind of eyeballing it. But you know, I got room to play. I can play up or down. I like the car to sit low. I think it looks cool. And I could actually sit a little even lower than it was before. So we're gonna mark it, try to get it close. We'll see what you guys think. What do you think? If you think it's too high or too low, put her down in the comments. Let us know. All right, got the old spring off the old shock. These are actually new. We put these on the car. So we're reusing the springs, and the old QA1 shock is off. I've got it all the way tight, and it's still, I mean, it still works. Like it's still got a lot of resistance on it, but I can open it. and I can also press it back in, and if you loosen it all the way up, or even loosen it a little, you know, lose a lot of that strength. They do still have some life left in them. It looks like they might not need to be rebuilt. I think for this car with the chassis that it has, it needs double adjustable shocks. So these Vikings, they're really sweet. Even all the way loose, they're still pretty hard to turn. And if you take the rebound and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clicks, I can't even budge the thing. So, and they go 19 both ways. So way more adjustment, way more, I don't know what the word is, a lot more strength in these shocks. They're actually going to do their job and hold the rear end back from what it's wanting to do. Because right now the rear end is wanting to separate so fast. If I tighten the rebound up on these to slow the rear end down, then the compression's too tight and then the car bounces. So we don't want that. One of these shocks fully put together with the spring on it. I've only taken one out so far. I'm doing one at a time, so I don't have the second spring to put on my Viking shock. But old shock is out, and we'll put those on the shelf. We might use them for something later. But new shock is put together. Again, beautiful Viking double adjustable 19-way shock, and 110 springs by 12. So I'm going to slap this back on there, get the other one off, finish assembling the other shock, and then we'll put it on the ground. And I should have done this with the old shocks, but I want to do a test where you push down on the back of the car, and in theory it should come up slow. It shouldn't bounce right back up, and I know that it did before because I've tried it. No matter what settings the shocks were on, you push down on the car and they just come right back up. So JP's Vet, you push on it, comes back slow. Any car with good shocks on it should do that. So once we get these on, I'll do that test, and we'll see what it does. Well, here we go with part 2 of my core workout, and the bolt slipped off. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Oh, God. Like a dang plank. An eternal plank. Oh, getting a cramp. Yep, I'm cramping. My hand's cramping. Oh. Well, the good news is I only have about 20 more minutes of threading that bolt on there. Oh my God. For crying out, is it even close? How long can a bolt be? I've got to get shorter bolts. You'd think I would have replaced these. I've done this before. Oh, that's good. Here goes my ab engagement again. Can't find the bolt. For crying out loud. Okay. We're in. That was easy. All right, now I'll get this other one off. Hopefully it's not as big as a fight as that one was to get on and off. All right, I'm gonna eyeball my ride height here. Got it in a nice neutral spot here. I got that where I think it needs to be, but we'll let it down here in a minute and see where we're at. And then we'll probably have to jam these up a little bit so they don't move. Alright, got the second shock going in. A lot more room to play over here on this side. Still have a 9-mile long bolt to thread in here, but a lot more room to work with. Okay, it's nice and snug. Just gotta get my hole lined up here. Oh man, that was pretty close. That's gotta be it right there. Oh yeah. All right, now I get to use my one single bolt that I can get an impact to. So before you guys go commenting down below that I should put an impact up there, it won't fit. All right, I've tried all different lengths of extensions and all the ingenuity. It won't fit. You gotta do it by hand. So if I had an electric ratchet, yeah, we'd go that route, but I don't. Okay, now what we're gonna do while I'm under here is go ahead and adjust these things. So I had emailed Viking, a fella named Clifford emailed me right back. Appreciate you, Clifford. And I told him the specs of my car. It's a 4-link car, how much it weighed and approximate horsepower. And that nice fella sent me a PDF on how you should adjust your shocks based on your horsepower. So drag 600 to 900 horsepower, that's our range. Let's find rear between 2 and 6 clicks, and that is on compression. So we're all the way loose. We'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll go in the middle. We'll go 3 for now. The rebound knob, go to our horsepower, 6 to 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go 7. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Set this thing down, check our ride height, and then once the ride height is set, we'll do the old push test and make sure they're working properly. And then, shoot, we need to test this thing after that, which weather sucks, not gonna lie. All right, our Viking 19-way double adjustable shocks are installed. Probably should do a wipe down under here. We're kind of dirty, but I'm pretty happy about it. I don't know what else to say. I'm excited. So like I mentioned earlier, I always loosen up my lugs to do this so I can get a little more room. And like I also mentioned earlier, when I'm on night shift, my brain doesn't work very well. So I don't want to set the car down with the lugs loose, so I had to make me a little sign here on the jack handle. In theory, that'll keep me from doing that, but anything's possible. If you're trying to do a job and you're just wondering, what is the product I need for this? The answer is WD-40. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you're washing your car, wiping down parts, lubricating stuff, it's always the answer. So I'm going to take me some WD-40 and we're going to wipe down some of the components here, because not only does it displace water, it displaces water. It'll keep things from rusting, and it puts a nice little shine on some stuff, and it works pretty good as a cleaner. So here we go. All right, so like I said, I forgot to video with the old shocks, but like I said, I forgot to video with the old shocks, but Jesus, God. Usually your own brand isn't that bad. That's horrible. God, it's not even going away. What did I eat last night? Okay, let's try this again. It's, Action! All right, so I forgot to test the old shocks with the old push down test, but before with the QA1 single adjustables, when you push down on the car and let go, it would just come right back up. I had it set like 3 clicks from all the way loose. That seemed to be what this car liked, but I was unable to tighten up the compression on the car. So I liked the rebound, but I didn't like the compression. Now I have both adjustments. I've already adjusted shocks, and I'll show you guys what it does now. Like I said, before it came right back up. See, now it should come back up really slow. All right, we jumped out the old Cutlass. Sam has not ridden in this car yet. She didn't want to start, not gonna lie. She doesn't like the cold, and it's cold. But she's running now. The squeaks have gone away. So we're gonna take her for a spin around the block.
I guess I gotta work out to open this door.
It's a heavy door. It weighs a lot. Don't worry about that sound. I love this car. Not much in the way of stopping. You gotta kind of get on the brakes early, be prepared to stop. Plan your stops way ahead of time. But once it cleans up, it runs pretty good. It wasn't running worth the crap just a second ago, but oh, she's cleaned up now. Something's going on with my pack. You know, she maxes out at any touch of the gas, but that's okay. Alright, we even have a starting line here on the road, so I haven't exactly checked to see what this baby's got in it. So we might as well just foot brake it up and let her fly.
And blow it up.
See, it ain't gonna blow up, but it might not go nowhere. And I don't think it has much in the way of rear brakes, so it might just spin the back tire. But we'll let old Richard and Matt know this is what you're in for. No, it won't even hold it. Hold on. That's all she's got.
Can we stop?
And this is all the brakes she's got. You know, the pedal actually kind of came back there for a second. It didn't do too bad for like the first 10 feet.
I heard it skirt the tire over here.
It's like after that, it's just done. Let's try it again right here. We won't go as far. Let's clean it out a little bit. So we just got to clean the old quadrijet out. All right, we'll give it some pumps. Very little bit of brake pedal that I have.
That's on the tires the whole time.
That's what you're in for, okay? If you show up to the barn find 5,000, that's what's gonna happen. A whole lot of one-wheel peel, except there's gonna be at least 150 shot of nitrous on this thing. So, is it gonna blow up?
Potentially.
Yes. Will we have fun? Also yes. So, if you guys have not heard about the Barn Find 5000, go back a few videos ago. There's several videos on this car, 1980 Cutlass. It's we've called it Pearl. And basically, you pull a car out of a junkyard field, a barn, wherever a car is just destined to lay there and die. Pull it out, revive the thing, vice grip garage style. Use what you got. This car still has the same spark plugs, wires. We just got it running. That's it. And then made it kind of stop. So do all that stuff, and then she's ready to race. We're not putting a bunch of race car parts in here. We're not running on slicks. This car, we probably have $100 in it, excluding the parts I just bought. But it's a $1,000 capped budget. So if you guys want to get in on this deal, and you're in the West Virginia area, or if you want to travel, email me, mountainstateutv@gmail.com, or message me on Facebook, or comment below, and we'll get in contact. But I will put a rules list out soon, and we'd like to have some more people, so it's going to be a fun time. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Thank you guys for watching. We got the new shocks on the Vega, really excited about that. So other than that, I think I'm going to go ahead and order the front shocks to match the back. And Sam says I need new racing pants because mine are too tight, so I guess I'll do that too. But thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and we will see you soon.